Good morning, everybody. I've woken up to another episode in the saga that is, can we find an ASM for the rep season at Belvoir? It's not quite that drastic. We've had 2 ASMs so far that have been rinsed through, and we now have 2 ASMs to replace the 1 ASM role, one of which unfortunately has now been struck by the gods of COVID and will not be with us for tech. I guess this is unprecedented in my experience, but all we can keep doing is throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. We've got 2 wonderful comments, and our other ASM is fighting fit and ready to go. It's just a really big job to ask somebody to learn to learn 2 shows in a week and a half. And then it's not small, these 2 shows. There's a lot of moving elements, there's a lot of safety, a lot of hand props, a lot of costume changes, a lot of wigs. So it's Friday. Final week of rehearsals Friday. We've got a Saturday rehearsal and a Tuesday, which are basically focused on the other show, not the show that's going into Tech First. But we're going to see what we can do. Turns out I am 10 minutes early for my train, so I'm sitting on the platform here just trying to think through this situation that we're trying to solve today. And I've got nothing. There's nothing left to do except throw manpower at the problem, throw money at the problem, both of which I think are insufficient to actually produce a result that we need, which is somebody who knows the show. One of our biggest problems is that everybody in stage management land is either employed or significantly underqualified to take on something of this size. Unless I'm wrong, if you're the person, please reach out to me, because there may be a spot for you on this team for a week only to help it get up and into the world, to birth the show. What can we learn from something like this? Stage management is often taken for granted. People just assume that it's, through osmosis and magic that somebody learns a show, but it's as dedicated a role as anyone on the team. I know that often you get people who are swings to come in to learn a plot, but it's very different to doing a creation process, which is what we're doing here, with something that's amorphous and changing all the time, and also isn't ready. The show, because it's in creation, it won't be ready until basically opening night. It's still going to be gestating and changing and evolving, and ideas will be cut or tried in tech or tweaked. So it's not like you can just say, hey, this is the show, learn it like you would learn a song or a dance or a musical instrument. You really sort of have to have a relationship with the show, and it's speed dating of the worst kind. Any stage managers out there, please know that you are not replaceable. The stuff that you do is incredibly important, and the only thing you can do is be meticulous and prepare your grave. Make sure that all your paperwork is in order and everything is clear, and do not rely on your brains, because if you're shut up in your house, you cannot teach somebody physically. You've got to actually have the paperwork in order. You've got to have the running plot in order. It's about being on top of the job as you go and not waiting until the last minute to pull it all together, which is not how theatre has run for the last, 10,000 years. It's asking a lot. It's asking a lot, not just of our department, but of all the departments to have their shit together. Because if somebody hasn't made a decision, we can't facilitate it. And so when you add that to not knowing the show at all, it becomes a monumental task that is unfair to ask of anyone for any money. But in saying that, I can see my train. Here it comes. Very thrilled to see it. Oh, it's one of those rickety trains. I won't be able to listen to music on the way in. Oh well. Look, it's a lovely day. It's very cool at the moment, and I'm going to think about all the positive things between now and when we start tech. Wish me luck.